All right, guys, this is the final confrontation. This is going to be nothing but a gun from here on out. So, it's going to be about a 20-minute video. So, not a bad takedown. Like I said, some of the mistakes that I made in the last Abyss video series that ended with the collector, I think it took me more revised that time because, like I said, I kept getting hit by the SP1. Like I try to dodge back that first beam, but then I get hit by the second beam, and then of course like that, and end up getting stunned and then combo to oblivion. So the only way I can really survive that if I have like over 50% health. So what I end up doing here is, and of course I need the boost. That would help. So always remember the boost, guys. Actually, what I want to do first, just to be smart, just for this one fight, really, because it doesn't matter the subsequent fight. I was gonna put my potions up first, then boost. That way, I can maximize the health. So, we're gonna use these combination of revives and potions to chunk them down in spurts. Like I said, we're gonna use an extra health boost. Gonna use a attack boost, and the champion boost, but I guess the attack boost I decide not to use. So basically what I do is I'll go ahead and bait a heavy, because you're better off doing that, because if you parry him, he's probably gonna shrug it off anyway. So just less headache to deal with. And what I found with this SP1, if you can find your way at the very back part of the screen when he first throws it, you can evade both of those first beams, but otherwise you're just better off just blocking it and then evade the very last of the second part of the beam. Alright, so now I have a time warp on me, so basically when that thing expires, I believe I take a chunk of damage unless I knock him down. So that's why I do that. And moving forward, every time you start the fight, you're gonna start with that reality warp. So that's why you're gonna see me at the beginning of every fight moving forward. I'm essentially, almost every time I'm basically throwing a heavy attack. And a lot of times he'll attack into me, so that'll actually gain me furies and give me a head start on the fight. Like I said, the mentality is you're not gonna one-shot the fight, obviously. So you want to try to ideally take 5 to 10% at a time. A great run is 15%, but usually 5 to 10% at a time. That's what you want to measure it by. So like 10 to 15 revives. So that's the goal, really. You could probably do it less than that. If you play clean, you could probably do it in 7. But you have to have a little bit of luck in your favor. But so the next time my goal is to do it no more than 10 times. Cause I believe it took several tries this time. Cause the block penetration it's obviously it's very ridiculous with the SP2. SP1 you're taking more block hits, but like you'll see how much damage. I'm at 41. That's 11%. So obviously you can't take too many of those. But if you don't care, if you want to maximize like a turn and go like 5%, 10% of the time, you push to an SP2, and then and if you do like 3 or 4 SP2s in a fight and let it take 10 to 15% of your health every time, then you'll be able to get more of his overall health down. So I don't think I'll be able to sustain another SP2 here. So right now I'm just going balls to the wall. And he cooperates for quite some time. He doesn't throw a special for quite some time. So I actually get a lot of bonus damage here. I got nothing to lose at this point, right? So I'm about to throw another SP1. So this is a very great run. I don't remember where I started this fight, but that was a great run there. I think I got it. I think I got 10% there on that try. That was a great run. So really that's the idea. So you'll see the beginning of this next fight, I'm going to do the charging heavy because of that um, thing you start off with, that thing there. And I didn't do it that time. But I gotta make sure, there we go, now I do it. Get that little thing off of me. And again, at this point, I just say, okay, if I'm gonna be giving myself a 40% health revive and a 10,000 potion, I might as well put it to SB2 and get like a good 5 to 10% chunks every time. I think I started this fight at 65%, so now we're at 58. So if we can get them down to 55%, that's another successful run. And again, now see that time I should have just did what I've been doing, pushing the 2 bars of power. Cause you can see when you try to evade the SP1, it ruins your rhythm for one. You have to go all the way back to the back of the screen. With SP2, you know it's coming. You just brace yourself for that 15% health loss from that block damage. So that's a tip I'll give you. Cause you're not gonna one shot the guy, so you might as well just maximize what you can. You're better off pushing him to 2 bars of power, so that way you can give yourself a better opportunity to take 10% health each time. So that way you're only doing like 10 revives for this fight. And my goal, well, I don't think this is gonna happen, but I do have a 6-star A gun, but he's only ranked 1 and he's like SIG 80 something. So obviously it's gonna take longer to ramp up his combo, but once it's ramped up, it's ramped up. And of course, a 6-star rank 2 would actually hit a little bit harder than the 5 for 65. Plus, you have the adrenaline mechanics to have a little bit more sustainability throughout the course of a fight. So my next Abyss run, the goal is to see how many SIG stones I can have into him. And this is part of the reason why the next Abyss run won't be until Black Friday weekend, because I will be divulging, not like some of the super whales, but I'll probably get one of each level of units, and probably multiple levels of the smaller ones. Usually the smaller ones have great value. Like the 99.99, the Odins, I'm not going to get 3 of those. I think that's like max 3. And I probably won't, as a result, I won't be able to take full advantage of all the levels of the unit base deals. Probably like the first tier, like the 1,000 and the 4,000, but the 10,000, I'm not gonna have enough units to put 15,000 there. So, and also I'll probably finish up the Cavalier difficulty EQ. I think you get like, if for 3,000 you get your money's worth for a lot of potions and energy refills and boosts and shards. So might as well, for units that I'm already going to be spending money for, might as well use that as an opportunity to use some of them for that Cavalier difficulty completion. Well, actually, I think you only get that popped up for the completion, not for the exploration. So scratch that. So I'll probably just get the exploration out the way. There will be a big crystal opening, of course, for the Cyber weekend, so be on the lookout for that. Again, I'll have that 2 million account video as well. And as you can see, it's another great effort here. Getting a little lucky once again. He's not throwing his SP3, so we get another SP1 in there. I believe he throws his SP3 this time. Nope, not quite. See if I can get another interrupt his heavy there. Again, we're just banging away at this guy. Like I said, at this point, we just don't care. We don't care. That's the attitude. You take it. Now, I believe that one was that was more than 10% there. I was kind of talking, so I wasn't paying attention where his health started. So now we're getting low on units. So it's going to be a race to whether we can finish this with just these revives and potions. So I got a new mission now. Can we do this without buying more units? I mean, if I do buy more units, it's going to be a very small amount. But I'm hoping that what I have is enough. Theoretically, it is. If I can do the 5 to 10% every time. Now the block penetration is actually getting more at this stage. So we're just gonna go there. Then we start this fight at 34%. So we're at 30% now. So we reached the 5% goal. So if we do that every time, we got it. So we 34%. We took 6% now. Now we're at 7%. See if we can get a couple more hits in. Now 8%. And now we can get some more hits in there. 9%. Now he's gonna become randomly unstoppable. That's gonna be annoying. But we got 9% there. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, 9 times 5 is 45. So if we do 9% every time, I did get a little lucky there. So realistically, if I do 7%, even if I do 6% the rest of the way, I'm good. So as long as I don't mess up, really. And there's going to be a part of it that I do mess up because it was one part of his, and obviously never want to do that. That's a wasted effort. That's a throwing the chair moment right there. So I obviously don't want to do that. So that was a waste. All right, it's going to charge the heavy. And this time he just doesn't fall for the bait there. So I got to make sure I get this little thing off of me here. There we go. Like I said, I don't care about the SB2 really. I just want Bay to be as aggressive now because he got that unstoppable meter. And this time I don't get lucky with the SP3 as well. So effort, another subpar effort. So now it's getting down to the nitty gritty where we may have to buy some more units because I don't know if I can take him down in 3 tries. But I saved these level 5 potions just for these last 3 revives to see if we're able to force our way to this by any means necessary. And he's just not playing ball at the beginning. Normally he likes to attack you. So that way I have 7 Furies and take a good chunk from the jump. But again, he doesn't play ball there. And he's unstoppable, but so am I, so I can recover. And you can't bleed him, so really it's no point of throwing the SB2 at this point. So the idea here is to see if I can get to SB3, and hopefully he doesn't shrug off the stun. So that was my thought process here. Throw the SB3. I mean, we've already taken out 6% health, but given the handicap, I need at least 7 to 8%. So if I can get this stun here, I can get a good chunk in there. But unfortunately, he shrugs it off, and he throws his SP3, so I'm dead. So now we got 2 tries to take 15%. And this is where I forget about one aspect of him when he's almost at 10% health, but you'll see it when he gets below 10%. It's one part I kind of forget about. And that's really what's going to cost me to buy more units. Spoiler alert. But you'll see. And of course, that doesn't help either. So it's a foregone conclusion. It's definitely a foregone conclusion at this point. Now I decided to use an attack boost. Now, if I used that the whole time, I might have had this guy down by now. Because I figured it'd be a 20-minute fight, so I could have used the 15% last 30 minutes to finish him off. But, you know, and I don't know why I didn't do it. Because these 15% boosts come like candy now with these Supreme, these upgraded Thronebaker solo event crystals. So, now I use a skill special attack boost. So we're just pulling out all the stops. Not sure how much extra this is going to help. I think it only affects the SP2 and the SP3. I don't even know if I'm even going to get to those in this fight. So it might just be a waste of an item. But we are in the item use event, so I think I led my alliance by far in item use during that event. So that was the silver lining there. So we're being very careful here, knowing this is our last revive. Even though we're holding out hope that we can do one of those magical 15% runs, but it's not looking good. We're taking a lot of block damage. Now we get stunned, and that's it. Got hit on the toe with that SP1. So now we're down to our very last revive, but we got no potions. I mean, technically we could probably buy a level 2 potion, but that's gonna barely move the meter. And he evades, so obviously I don't get that charge off of me. And not sure what happened there. I think he had one unblockable, one unstoppable. So that went down with a thud. So now he's at 10% health. And this is gonna be the second part of the video about to start now. And so what I did behind the scenes, I just went ahead and got like a Star-Lord's loot worth of units and said, well, if I can't take him down with this, I don't deserve it. I'm not gonna buy anymore. Gotta get it down with this or not at all. I mean, but let's get real. It's not like I'm gonna quit the Holy Beast because I can't do it. So you'll see that little symbol there is displacement. So, and again, I didn't read the note. So essentially, once you get like 20 something of those displacement charges on, you're instantly dead. So that effort was very wasted. I think you get one of those placed on you every time you take a hit or a block hit. I think it like get multiple of them. If you do a perfect block, you only take like one of those charges or something like that. But it's in the node. It's on his. You have to look up his champion abilities because it shows you what it does. But the first couple of times I was like, why am I dying? So I wasn't understanding what was going on. The only thing that I was familiar with is that one that had that red meter where you just knock him down. But apparently this placement thing, what's gonna cost me? And really, SP1 is really what racks it up ridiculously. It just racks up that displacement. So this is where you really want to bait the SP2. I believe it's just as much block damage hit as the SP1. So really, you're screwed either way. So I read it this time. Yeah, so when you get 20 stats of displacement, you're dead. so now I said, man, I can do it though. This is the last effort. We're at 5% health, 6%. We can do it, man. And we get stunned right away. It was just hilarious. That was hilarious. And now we got 11 displacements. So now I know if I get to 20, I'm dead. So I need to just be aggressive because it only happens if he hits me. And there's the 20. So now we got him at 3%. We got 110 units. We got enough just to buy a couple. But we're going to do one at a time. See if we can save some units there. And we still got that potion. And we should do it here. Pretty sure we can now. And he cooperated there with the special, the heavy attack, and he's done. So Abyss run number 3 is complete. I'm saving up my 5-star charge and crystal for, like I said, for that big opening. But I do use that rank up material, but you'll see in the later video. Take care.